BBS UK Clinics Support Service. The NHS-commissioned BBS clinics offer both face-to-face and virtual appointments to those living with Bardet-Biedl syndrome. At each clinic, patients are seen by an ophthalmologist, eyes, nephrologist, kidneys, dietitian, food and nutrition, clinical psychologist, geneticist, genes, speech and language therapist, and endocrinologist, hormones. BBS UK is contracted to provide support and facilitation services, helping people living with BBS and their families before, during and after the clinics. After a well-deserved break over Christmas and New Year, the team are back and ready to provide more top-tier support to the community. Feedback from the clinics has been overwhelmingly excellent, and we thank everyone for taking the time after their appointment to complete the online form. Here's some positive feedback from the last quarter. Quote, "Fantastic support from start to finish, thank you." Quote, "I appreciate everyone that was at the clinic, you are so supportive and helpful." And, quote, "Really well coordinated, it ran smoothly and the support team were helpful and empathetic." End of quotes. We continue to see an increase in new referrals, with higher numbers of new families coming to the clinics. This means more people with BBS are getting the support they need. The 4 centres are doing all they can to ensure timely appointments for everyone, including making good use of telemedicine appointments. BBS clinic appointments are a truly precious resource for the ongoing care of everyone living with BBS and take a lot of time and resources to organise. We urge all patients to attend their scheduled appointment, however we understand that cancellations are sometimes inevitable. If you do need to cancel or rearrange, please contact your patient liaison officer as soon as possible so we can offer the appointment to others. If you are open to last-minute cancellations, please let us know. Thank you to the BBS clinicians and everyone involved in the clinics for their hard work and dedication. News updates. For GSTT patients, we are excited to introduce Katie White, our new clinical nurse specialist, CNS. If you need to get in touch with Katie, you can call her on 07546 762 686 and leave a message. She'll be happy to assist you. Blood tests. All blood tests now take place in the Blood Test Centre, located on the ground floor of the South Wing. BBS clinic appointments are still held at the Rare Disease Centre on the first floor. Patients will receive a text from SwiftQ with the time of their blood test, which is also on the appointment letter from GSTT. On arrival at the Blood Test Centre, patients just need to give their name. No forms or paperwork are needed. MyChart. Patients who are not yet signed up for MyChart, the electronic patient record system, should let the team know at their next clinic appointment and they will help set it up. They can also set up proxy access if someone else helps to manage appointments, reports and other information. Patient amenities. Breakfast, lunch, tea, coffee and water is provided for patients on clinic days. Patients should let the team know of any dietary requirements in advance. For GOSH patients, GOSH, Kath Sparks is the clinical nurse specialist at GOSH and is available through the My GOSH app for any queries or support. Location change. Friday morning MDT appointments have moved from the second floor to the first floor, right next to the blood test unit, in the same building. And meals and refreshments. Unfortunately, due to trust policy, we are unable to provide lunch at GOSH, so patients should bring food and drinks for the day. We will, however, continue to provide tea and coffee. If you have a travel cup, we'd love it if you could bring it along to help us stay green. For BCH patients, Birmingham is a clean air zone, so if you're travelling by car, please check on the Brum Breathes website to see where the charges will apply. Hospital attendees have been granted an exemption from charges until further notice. Exemption vouchers can be collected from the main hospital reception during your visit. BBS UK cannot cancel any charges or fines issued by Birmingham City Council, so please plan ahead to avoid issues. Travel expenses. You may be eligible for help with travel costs if you are on a low income and need to make a journey to receive NHS care after being referred by a GP or hospital doctor. Full information about how to claim travel costs can be found on our website. For those on Universal Credit or Employment and Support Allowance, ESA, please note the following. Universal Credit, UC, you will need access to your online UC journal to share the necessary information with the cashiers. And ESA, make sure your document is up to date. It should be less than 6 months old and include your current address. If you don't have the right documentation with you on the day, we can provide you with an HC5T form to complete and make a claim after the clinic date. Please note that reimbursements can take up to 12 weeks to process, and the cashiers have a limit on how much they can cover. Transition events. Moving from children's clinics to adult services is a big step, and it's natural for young people and their families to feel a bit nervous about the change. New doctors, a new schedule, and even a new hospital, there's a lot to think about. That's why we've been holding transition events to make the process as smooth and stress-free as possible for our young patients. These events are a chance for young people and their parents or carers to learn all about the adult clinics, explore the hospital, and meet some of the family-friendly staff they'll see there, all with the BBS UK team on hand to guide and support them every step of the way. In November, we hosted a young adults transition event for Birmingham patients, and it was a great success. To kick things off, we arranged a fun and informal social evening of bowling the night before the clinic. It gave everyone a chance to relax, connect, and show off their bowling skills before heading to their first adult clinic appointment at University Hospital Birmingham. We were thrilled to see 12 young adults successfully transition from children's services to adult services during this event. For our first transition event for London, 4 patients arrived the day before their clinic appointments and took part in a walking tour of the hospital. The tour included key areas like the blood test centre, eye department and patient transport, as well as a visit to the Rare Disease Centre where BBS appointments are held. Along the way, they met friendly staff members and even had the opportunity to speak with the Eye Clinic Liaison Officer for GSTT. To unwind, the group enjoyed an activity on South Bank, playing crazy balls together in a supportive and lively atmosphere. It was wonderful to see everyone, including parents and BBS UK staff, bonding over the game. The evening wrapped up with a shared meal before everyone returned to the patient hotel. The next day, their first BBS appointments in adult services ran smoothly, with the group continuing to encourage and support one another throughout. For Birmingham patients who cannot attend due to work or college commitments, we are looking to provide an alternative in the form of a virtual tour and a Meet the Team virtual session. We are already looking ahead to welcoming our next group of young people this summer. We hope they'll find the free event just as helpful and enjoy building connections with their BBS peers. Transitioning to adult services doesn't have to be daunting. With a little preparation and support, it can be an empowering and even enjoyable experience. BBS UK have a transition handbook for young people living with BBS called My Life, My Future. This invaluable booklet has proven to be a useful toolkit of information to support older children with their independence and self-advocacy. It is also a useful resource for supporting conversations about transition and future opportunities and choices with younger children. You can find this on our website, https://bbsuk.org.uk/bbs-uk-publications/information-and-guidance-documents.